If you're constantly exhausted, like bone deep, drag yourself through the day type tired, or your brain feels foggy, your stomach is bloated, and every doctor that you've seen says that your labs look fine, your liver might be telling you something. See, here's the scary thing. 1 in 3 adults have fatty liver disease right now, and most of them have no idea because the standard blood work that your doctor is running, it can miss this entirely. Now, you might already have it and have no clue, or you might be heading straight towards it. Either way, your liver gives you a second chance that most organs don't. And I'm gonna show you the 10 warning signs, starting with the ones that you'd never think to connect. And then I'm gonna show you exactly what's driving all of them. I'm Dr. Jones, DC, and I coach over thousands of patients on insulin resistance and weight loss strategies. This passion of mine comes from losing over 100 pounds myself, and now I work with medical professionals helping people do the same thing. Real quick, before I get into sign number 1, I need to let you know something. Retatrutide is the most powerful GLP-1 medication, bar none. And one of the reasons why it's so important for you right now as a person probably with fatty liver disease is that its ability to target fatty liver disease is much more potent than tirzepatide or semaglutide. So if you are looking for advanced tools like retatrutide combined with a functional approach, then keep watching this video because you're going to learn a lot more about what the signs actually look like. But I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a head start to understanding that retatrutide is part of the solution that we offer for your fatty liver disease. Fatty liver is one of the most common findings that we uncover when patients finally get to the right labs and the right imaging. So let's get into the signs. Number 1, and this is the one that almost everybody with fatty liver has, it's a fatigue that feels different than normal tired. This isn't I stayed up late tired. This is I slept 8 hours and I still can't function tired. Like your body just won't turn on. I had a patient come in last year exhausted for 2 years straight. She'd seen 3 doctors, labs came back normal every single time. Everyone told her it was stress. When we finally ran the right imaging, her liver was packed with fat. And here's why this matters. Your liver is your body's main energy management system. Glycogen storage, which is stored carbohydrates and glucose regulation, all of it. When that liver is stuffed with fat, it can't fuel you efficiently. Number 2, brain fog, and specifically waking up feeling like you drank last night when you really didn't. Heavy-headed, slow thinking, you can't find your words, you're dragging through the first 3 hours of your day feeling like a freaking zombie. Here's what's actually happening. As fatty liver progresses, it can't clear toxins efficiently. Ammonia and inflammatory byproducts can build up and cross the blood-brain barrier. That is your liver being overwhelmed. It's not aging, it's a filtration system that's completely clogged. Okay, number 3, and this one surprises people, your sleep falls apart. You're exhausted all day, but then 10 p.m. hits and you're wired. You can't fall asleep, or you fall asleep fine, but you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and you can't get back down. Fatty liver disease is associated with sleep problems and increased daytime sleepiness. But here's where it gets worse. Sleep apnea can double your risk of fatty liver, and fatty liver can make sleep apnea worse. A bad liver just wrecks your sleep, and bad sleep wrecks your liver, and the whole time you're told, try melatonin. Little that will do. Okay, so the first 3 signs: fatigue, brain fog, broken sleep. Most people just write them off and they blame aging, stress, their schedule. But the signs I'm gonna show you next, these are the ones that your body can't hide, and your doctor is going to have a much harder time brushing them off. Now, if you're sitting there recognizing yourself in those first 3 signs, and you've been told that your labs are fine, but you know something is off, this is what we offer: free discovery calls where you can speak with our patient advocates, or you can speak with our patient educators who can assess your specific situation and help you figure out what's actually going on metabolically speaking. You can either text number on the screen, or you can check out the link in the description if you want to explore that. But first, let me show you the signs that your body can't hide. Number 4, stubborn belly fat that will not budge no matter what you do, combined with bloating that makes you feel 6 months pregnant by the end of the day. Here's what most people don't realize. That visceral fat around your midsection, the belly fat, isn't just hard to lose. It's both a cause and a consequence of fatty liver disease. Your liver is literally sitting inside that fat. It's surrounded by it, and the bloating, in our clinic, we often see digestive issues alongside fatty liver. Inflammation and sluggish bile flow can make your digestive system struggle when the organ running it is overwhelmed. When insulin resistance is driving the show, and it almost always is, your body gets stuck in what I call storage mode. Elevated insulin is actively locking fat into place, and it's not that you're not trying hard enough, it's that your hormonal environment won't let the fat go. Okay, number 5 is the one that shocks people: a dull ache or heaviness under your right ribs, and maybe some shoulder pain, specifically right shoulder pain. That right side discomfort makes sense. That's your liver physically swelling as the fat accumulates, pushing up against the surrounding tissue. Most people chalk it up to gas or bad posture, But the shoulder pain, this is the one that I really want you to hear. There's a nerve called the phrenic nerve that runs alongside your diaphragm right next to your liver. When that area is inflamed and swollen, it can irritate that nerve and that pain can get referred up to your right shoulder. I had a patient who saw 3 different specialists for shoulder pain, an orthopedic surgeon, a PT, and a chiropractor, before anyone thought to look at his liver. It turns out his liver was the problem the entire time. If you're dealing with right shoulder pain that nobody can explain, and you've got some of those other signs on this list, then you need to understand that fatty liver might actually be the problem. So here's a question for you. If somebody asked you right now what your liver has to do with shoulder pain, could you explain that? I want you to think about that for a second, because that connection is exactly the kind of thing that most doctors don't put together for you. If you've been getting value from this already, you need to hit that subscribe button right now and turn on that bell, because I put out 4 videos every single week on GLP-1 meds, optimization strategies, peptide protocols, metabolic health, the stuff that actually moves the needle. And I don't want you to miss what's happening next. Okay, number 6, changes in your skin that you've probably been told are just cosmetic. Dark patches on your neck or armpits, that's actually called Acanthosis Nigricans. Skin tags popping up, especially around your neck and underarms, and itching that comes and goes for no obvious reason. See, here's the connection. Those dark patches and skin tags are classic insulin resistance markers. Your skin physically showing you that insulin levels are too high. And insulin resistance is the engine driving fatty liver. The itching, that can be the bile acid buildup as liver function declines. Your skin is giving you 2 separate warnings: insulin resistance and liver dysfunction. And most doctors will tell you that it's cosmetic. Okay, number 7, and this is a big one, your hormones start falling apart. For women, this can actually look like PCOS, irregular cycles, difficulty losing weight. And for men, this looks like low testosterone. We're talking fatigue, low sex drive, losing muscle, gaining belly fat. See, here's what the research shows. Fatty liver disease is significantly more prevalent in women with PCOS, independent of BMI, meaning it's not just a weight thing. And in men, low testosterone and fatty liver commonly travel together, often through shared drivers like insulin resistance and excess weight. You see, your liver processes and regulates your hormones, and when it's overwhelmed with fat, hormonal balances collapse. The hormone problems and the liver problems are feeding each other. Now, if you want me to make a video breaking down exactly which lab markers that your doctor isn't running and what to specifically ask for at your next appointment, let me know in the comments if that would be helpful to you. Okay, so everything I've shown you so far, the fatigue, the belly fat, the skin changes, the hormones, those are signs that your doctor might eventually connect to your liver. But these last 3, these are the ones that most people would never in a million years trace back to your liver, so you need to pay attention. Okay, number 8, intense sugar cravings and blood sugar crashes between meals. So you eat lunch and then 2 hours later, your hands are shaky. You're lightheaded, you're reaching for candy or soda just to feel normal again, and you can't stop thinking about food. So here's what's going on. A fatty liver disrupts glucose regulation, and a healthy liver releases glucose smoothly between meals, but a fatty liver dumps glucose unevenly that can't maintain levels. So your blood sugar spikes, crashes, and every crash sends a separate signal to your brain: eat more sugar now. That constant mental noise around food, the cravings, the obsessive thinking about your next meal, that's what we all know as food chatter. And in this case, it's not a willpower problem, it's a broken thermostat. Your liver has lost the ability to keep blood sugar levels steady, and your brain is reacting to the chaos. Okay, number 9, nausea or discomfort after eating fatty-rich foods. Greasy pizza, fried food, a heavy steak. Most people assume it's their gallbladder, or they think they just have a sensitive stomach. But here's the thing, a liver is upstream of your gallbladder. Your liver produces bile. That's the substance that digests and breaks down fat. So when your liver is fatty, bile production and flow can be compromised, and so when you eat a high-fat meal, your body doesn't have the tools necessary to process it. The nausea, the heaviness, the aversion, that's not a stomach problem, that's a liver can't do its job problem. You want me to do a full video, by the way, on how insulin resistance shows up in every single organ, not just your liver? Let me know in the comments if that would be helpful to you. Okay, number 10, and this is the one that ties everything together, you can have a significant fatty liver disease and feel nothing at all. No pain, no jaundice, no obvious symptoms. Most people who get diagnosed with fatty liver discover it by accident, an ultrasound or a CT scan for something completely unrelated that picks it up. And here's the part that should concern you. Your liver enzymes, the standard blood work that your doctor runs, can come back with completely normal levels even when your liver is full of fat. Normal ALT, normal AST, and meanwhile your liver is 30% fat. The standard labs are not catching this until the damage is advanced. Now, the 10 signs that I just walked you through, those are the early warning signs. Those are the body's version of the screening test that the blood work isn't giving you. If you've got 3 or more of those signs, especially if your doctor has told you everything else looks fine, your liver needs to be investigated, not with basic metabolic panels. I'm talking fasting insulin, HOMA-IR, and some imaging. Now, if you've been told your labs are fine, but you know something is off, share your story below. Let me know in the comments because I see this sort of thing all the time in the clinic, and I'll give you my honest take on what might be getting missed. Okay, so here's the question that pulls all of this together. What's actually driving every single one of these 10 signs? You see, I coach thousands of patients with insulin resistance, and I see this pattern all the time. Patients walk in, their labs look fine, but their body's been waving these flags for years. So let me tell you what's actually going on. Every single one of these 10 signs, they trace back to a root cause. And I'm talking insulin resistance, the fatigue, the brain fog, the belly fat that won't budge. That's storage mode, elevated insulin locking your body down. The skin changes, the hormonal shifts. Those are insulin resistance markers. Your skin and endocrine system are screaming at you, your endocrine being the system of hormone producing glands. The sugar crashes and then food chatter starts. That's your liver losing control of blood sugar because insulin resistance has overwhelmed the system. And then that inflammation, that's what I call the insulin resistance spiral. Inflammation drives insulin resistance, which drives more inflammation, which drives more fat into your liver, which drives more insulin resistance. It's a vicious cycle that your body can't break out of on its own. Fatty liver isn't a liver problem. It's a metabolic system failure, and your liver is just the first organ to raise its hand. Think of it this way. Insulin resistance tends to push more fat into the liver. The fatty liver creates inflammation, and that inflammation drives more insulin resistance. And that loop feeds itself. Every sign that I showed you is a downstream symptom of that one cycle. Now, here's what I need you to understand. Calories matter. A sustained deficit does produce weight loss. That's energy balance. But in the short term, water retention, hormones, and metabolic shifts can hide that progress completely. And insulin resistance rigs the entire system against you. It cranks your hunger up. It drags your metabolic rate down. It burns more muscle than it should. So the deficit works until your body adapts and shuts it down. The real fix isn't eating less, it's breaking this loop. Now here is the good news. Your liver is one of the most regenerative organs in your body. It can regenerate from as little as 25% of remaining tissue. But that window shrinks the longer insulin resistance goes unchecked. Catching this at the warning sign stage where you are at right now if you're watching this video most likely, versus the cirrhosis stage, which is literal end stage fatty liver. There's no going back from that. So here's the real question. If you had to explain to somebody right now why all 10 of these signs point to the same root cause, could you do it? Because if you can, you now understand your body better than I think a lot of doctors actually explain to their patients. Also, let me know in the comments how many of these 10 signs that you recognized in yourself. I'll jump in and share with you what we typically look at first in our clinic for someone with your type of pattern. Okay, so here's what to do next. Number one, get the right tests. Ask your doctor for a fasting insulin and HOMA-IR, not just fasting glucose. That only tells you what your blood sugar is doing right now. A fasting insulin and HOMA-IR tell you how hard your body is working to keep that blood sugar under control. That's where insulin resistance hides. And if your doctor pushes back, tell them that you want to rule out metabolic dysfunction. You have the right to ask. Number two, request imaging. If you've got 3 or more of these signs that I just covered, ask for a liver ultrasound. It's non-invasive, quick, and it will show fat accumulation that blood work completely misses. This is the test that actually answers the question. And then number 3, address the root cause. And I don't mean eat better and exercise. I mean fix your insulin resistance directly. That means strategic fasting, not crash dieting, not skipping meals randomly, but structured fasting protocols that can lower your insulin levels over time. It means prioritizing protein at every single meal to protect your muscle and your metabolism. And it means cutting the refined carbohydrates and fructose that are driving fat straight into your liver. Your liver literally turns excess sugar into fat. And this is exactly what we focus on with our patients. We use GLP-1 medications as a temporary tool, not a lifetime commitment to quiet food chatter and give your body the space to heal. Combined with metabolic coaching and a fasting strategy tailored to where you are at right now, the goal is to break the insulin resistance loop so that your liver can actually recover. And it can if you catch it in time. Now, before I go, I want you to be honest with yourself for a second. How many of those 10 signs hit home for you right now? And more importantly, are you going to do something about it? Or are you going to wait until the scan catches it by accident? If you're dealing with this, the fatigue that won't quit, the brain fog, the belly fat that won't budge, the labs that keep coming back to normal while your body is telling you a different story, this is exactly what we work on with our patients every single day. We offer discovery calls where you'll get to talk with one of our patient educators. They're going to get to know your history, what you've tried, what hasn't worked, and what you're dealing with right now. They're going to walk you through what it actually looks like to work with me, our coaches, and our medical team. And then they're going to go over programs and pricing so that you can see what long-term success actually looks like for your specific situation. You can either text number on the screen or you can check out the link in the description if you want to book that. Given that you've watched this entire video so far, the most powerful tool that we have for fatty liver disease, hands down, is Retatrutide. So you should check out that video next right there where it's literally all about Retatrutide and fatty liver disease. We'll see you guys later.